It's still super hot out here, but the sun is just starting to go down a little bit. So it should be enough for my phone to survive, enough for a water system walk through here. So here is a 550 gallon drum that was buried in the ground, so no one could take it, so it was left. 550 gallons there. Then we have two food grade storage containers here. They're about 350 gallons or so each. This one's on the tower. You can see the water pump going through. So hose goes up there, water goes in, feeds down by gravity to this tank and to that tank. You can see here, this is where the old filtration system was, and it's been ripped out. So that's goes nowhere. That goes nowhere. We got pipes there and there that have been cut. Pipe there that's been cut. I tried to like cut it as neatly as possible because I'm actually the one who helped them take the stuff out of here. Um, so yeah, we got another one there. So now the problem is, how are we gonna get clean filtered water without the fancy water system, which, as far as I understand, never did work. But I've been researching it a lot. I'm an engineer also, so I've been collecting the following items here. I have two 55 gallon drums. I have two PVC T connections. That way I can just, because we have a limited amount of pumps. So I want to be able to be like fill tower 1 or fill tower 1 and 2 or fill tower 1 and 3 but not 2 and 4, etc. So that gives me the ability to use less pumps, wire everything together, and hopefully I could get water from place to place as needed. I was lucky enough to score these two 5 micron charcoal filters, which are awesome. Uh, Also have two 5 micron mesh filters uh, and three working bilge pumps. They're all kind of dirty because I tested each one. I also did this little experiment back there where to see if I could run the 12-volt continuously off of solar without a battery, which actually worked. I was able to pump water just fine straight through the solar panel. So I figured maybe we could have some system that pumps 12 hours during the day, rests at night, but we'll figure that out. Yeah, so bilge pumps. Oh, I also have this pool sand, 100 pounds there. Uh, so we don't have like a UV filter. So all this stuff will produce kind of polished water, not actually technically drinking water, even though you could probably drink it out of these 5 micron filters, especially with four of them, plus sand in barrels and gravel and charcoal and everything else we're trying to do here. But just to be safe, uh, I need to add another part to this system, which will probably be like a tree made of plastic gallon jugs on top, so that the water actually goes up in there, pushed through the bilge pumps into the individual little bottles. They get sunshine, and that UV after a few hours sterilizes the water, the last phase, and then it's drinkable after that. And then it will come down into the 550 gallon. Thankfully, a lot of the piping was intact, so I actually sealed these guys up. You can see that one has a stick in it, but the other ones have like styrofoam and so it actually that's how we were able to water the animals when we were here. Like I had to patch all of the holes up and get the basic plumbing working, which we did. So this one pipe goes out here and it goes to our kitchen sink in the back behind the tree here. What I want to do is just extend that pipe further out so that it's outside the front gate, and that way no one has to ask any questions. You don't have to say hello. You know, friend, enemy, and ally all can get water with no questions asked. Um, so that's the plan anyway. We had everyone on the canal actually this morning had a visit from IID, which is the canal people, the water infrastructure people. Um, they showed up with about 7 vehicles, including sheriff's department, and they were very clear that we are not to pump from the water canal, and we are not to swim in the canal. I don't understand why they're doing that in August. It's like literally life and death for some people out here. Um, you know, Like, why don't they do that in September or October or whatever when the weather cools down and people are not literally relying for their life on getting water out of there? But whatever, they chose to do it now in the middle of August. We'll figure that out. That doesn't stop my intention of like getting free water out. I have that basic system, which is like can theoretically be built here um, with all that, and then I have we have a good 1,200 gallon or plus capacity, so that should be enough. We just gotta get it all working, and I'm working on that. It's hot as heck now when the weather changes a little bit in the next couple of months, and I can work 8 or 10 hours in the daytime instead of at night and morning and sunset, then we'll see a lot of productivity here. But we're doing pretty good for now, actually. I mean, I nearly dehydrate and heat stroke myself a couple times a week. But yeah, I'm not a patient person when it comes to stuff like this. It's so important. But yeah, there's the water system for anybody who wants to know what we're working with here. We plan on building our own UV system also. And once that gets up and running, then not only will we have clean, drinkable water, but anybody who could come here with a bucket or a car or a wagon or whatever can fill up their bottles as well. So that's that. I think the next one I'll do is probably going to be solar, because I'm in a similar situation with solar where I've got, you can see I'm actually playing with it here, testing that charge controller, which is sort of working, and then I got another charge controller here, and a bunch of batteries and a bunch of panels, some of them working, some of them not. A lot of them are like, you know, refurbished to say the least. But we're going to measure all the capacities and the voltages and all the batteries that we have and just put something together. I'm fairly confident we'll be able to do that. I don't actually need too much power. My small little solar generators and things that we're using, my camping gear is basically holding us down, and it actually works fine. So would I like a little more power? Yes. Do I need it to survive? Not really. Yeah. So hope that's more explanatory. Ask any questions or whatever, comments. Yeah, if anybody has any ideas and stuff like that, or that you've done this before and you see something I'm doing horribly wrong, then let me know. All right. See you guys.